In this video, we're going to do some basic formulas with the operators add, subtract, divide, and multiply. Now you can use Excel much like a calculator where you could say equals 5 plus 6 and it will give you the answer, but then you're not using the full potential of Excel, and as soon as you wanted to change something in that formula, you'd have to go and manually edit it. So we won't be doing that. We'll be doing cell referencing using the numbers that are already in the spreadsheet. So I want to add these two numbers. So we could use the sum function like we've used before, but because there's only two numbers, we can also simply start with our equals and select A2, put a plus sign, and then select the second number to be added. If there's more than two numbers, then of course AutoSum becomes more practical because we could be doing this for a long time if it's a lot of numbers, but in this case two numbers, it works fine. If we went and changed one of these numbers, so maybe now we want to add 5 and 5, as soon as we press enter, the formula is recalculated because of the new values. The formula itself has not changed at all. If we want to subtract, we would just start again with an equals, choose the first number and minus, or the little dash symbol, and then the second number. You can also manually type in A3 minus B3 if that's preferable for you. To divide, we use the slash symbol, equals A4 slash B4. And finally, to multiply, we use the asterisk symbol. And again, any of these, if we change the values in the cells, the answer will be recalculated as soon as you press enter. Now we want to apply these calculations to some more complicated examples. So for instance, here we've got a total amount. We want to work out how much VAT must be added to this total. So we're going to work out equals the amount, so B5 times 15%, which is the VAT amount in South Africa at the moment, and press enter. Then we just need to add those two amounts together, and because it's just these two, I'm going to go B5 plus B6 gives us 57.79. If we want to work out here where the price of item 1 needs to be increased by 4%, we're going to take this amount and add 4% to it. This amount is currently 100%, so 104% would be the total. So I'm going to show you two ways to do this one. Say equals the current price times 104%, and that's the whole thing. Adds up, works out 4% and adds it to the total of 100%. Your alternate option is to say the current price plus the current price times 4%. And then you'll see it gives you the same answer. Both are fine and both give you the same result, but this one's got just a little bit shorter. Okay, here we've got a basic subtraction. We have 525 pencils. We've sold 433, so we're going to simply say equals B13 minus C13. We have 92 left. To work out percentages, it's just like if you were calculating your percentage that you got for a test. You take the mark that you got, divide by the total. In this case, the total is 235. So we've got a few options here. Because we've got multiple candidates, we're going to want to copy this down. So we could either put the number 235 straight into the formula, but if that number changed, then that might cause a problem in the future. So what we could do is put 235 in another cell, and then we could name that cell so that we can use that to refer to it in a calculation. So to name a cell, the easiest way is to come into the name box there and give it a name. And it should be a logical name, and it can't have any spaces, but otherwise that's all there is to it. So now instead of D15, it's referred to as total votes, as you'll see when you click on it. Now we can go into our percentage votes and say equals the number of votes for this person divided by the total number of votes that he got, and we'll call that, it's called total votes, and you'll see it actually comes up if you start typing the name, and then it picks up that it was there. Okay, because it's percentage, we can either multiply by 100, or we can now use the percentage style, which will automatically do that for us. And we can see it's calculated without any decimal points as the question requested. If you needed decimal points, you could increase the number of decimal points. And then we're going to simply copy down the formula, and we're going to say fill without formatting so that we don't lose our border there. We do need to do then our percentage again, but that's an easy step. Okay, moving on to a profit calculation here. Purchase price and selling price. We're going to take equals the selling price minus what we purchased it for, gives us the profit on that item. Here we need to calculate the new price with a 1 Rand 50 increase. So I'm simply going to take the original price and add 150, or 1.5 if you prefer. And there's the new price. And then finally, we need to calculate the total amount for all the cans of cool drink. So I'm going to work out 12 cans times the cost per can, 114 Rand.